What a ride! That was an incredible experience, and what a way to make a grand entrance. Thank you so much to Sprintbok Aviation for that incredible ride. I am Tina.
And I'm Mary.
And we are your hosts for American Dream TV. And you are in for a delicious and adventurous experience at Anderson Reserve. So let's get started. Welcome to Anderson Reserve, this amazing, gorgeous family establishment. And I want to introduce you to Paul and Samantha. So please share with us a little bit about Anderson Reserve, how it got started, why Sweet Idaho.
Sure. Well, why Sweet Idaho doesn't have a huge why behind it.
Okay.
And was searching for properties, saved a bunch to Zillow, went back to Colorado, came back out the next weekend and was desperately looking for this dream that I had. So it was late April, Butte was bright green, everything was honestly perfect outside. And as we were driving by, there was a realtor sticking in a for sale sign on this very property.
Oh my goodness.
Pulled over, talked to the realtor for a few minutes, walked through the entire property, and my heart was home. And honestly made an offer that day and never looked back.
So Paul, this is obviously much more than just a restaurant. What else do you have inside for guests?
Sure, it's a lot more. When we first started out, it was really just going to be a butcher shop. That was the original goal. But as we were into construction doing this, we wanted some way that people could taste the product. And that's what sparked the idea of having a restaurant involved. So we have a lot of property that can be enjoyed for a number of different things, from the cigar silos to helicopters to weddings to parties to kind of you name it.
Talk about the experience here at Anderson Reserve.
Well, Anderson Reserve is all about the experience. I mean, yes, it's a restaurant and we serve food, but beyond that, it is about getting here and enjoying your time here and then leaving. We're an hour from pretty much everywhere, right? Most people drive 45 minutes to an hour to get here, except for one little fact. We have helicopters that come here. We have a helicopter pad on the property. That's kind of been one of the claims to fame, is we're the only restaurant you can fly into and enjoy in Idaho.
What an amazing feature.
Yeah, absolutely. It adds to the experience. Yeah. A lot of proposals, a lot of anniversaries, a lot of birthdays.
So in addition to the restaurant, we also have a whiskey and cigar bar inside of 5 granary silos.
Well, Alberti told me that women are actually the biggest customer for your cigars. Okay, so can we go take a look and maybe smoke a cigar?
Absolutely.
Okay, let's go. So the cigar silos, how did they come into existence?
Well, we actually had some silos already on the property. We got into cigar smoking.
Okay.
And I think both of us, it was like winter time. We were sitting outside and freezing our butts off. And we're like, we need somewhere to smoke where it's not freezing. And so we started gathering more silos from around the Treasure Valley that were actually used silos. And some of them we actually had to take apart piece by piece.
Tell us about, we're standing obviously in a round humidor, somewhat unusual. How did that come about?
Well, actually, Paul got in contact with somebody that does humidors for a living, and we were told it wasn't doable. He wanted to make a square on the inside of it because that doesn't look like a silo. We want it to look like a silo. And he said, well, you can't do it. So we went to Lowe's and got some cedar, tongue and groove cedar, started putting it together. I mean, it was a lot easier than you would think, too. It was really interesting, yeah.
So how long did the walls take?
The walls only took a day.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Okay, what about the ceiling?
The ceiling took me a week. Probably a week. Every single piece is a different size. Silos are not perfectly round. There's no possible way that you can get them perfectly round.
Okay.
And so I literally had to measure the top and bottom of every single piece, find the center, get the angle, cut it, one done.
What's the line in one of the movies that says, you dream it, you build it, and they will come?
Yeah.
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 And so that's what this reminds me of,
Yeah.
right? Is
Field of Dreams.
Yeah. So you dreamt it, you built it, and here we are.
Oh,
Yeah.
yes.
Yeah.
So Paul, I'm looking around and it is not just whiskey. How many bottles of whiskey do you have? And then what other things do you have behind here?
Well, that's a hard question because I don't know how many bottles of whiskey we have, but a bunch. I can tell you that. We have everything though. I don't know that we have the largest whiskey selection in the state, but I think we probably have one of the most extensive high-end whiskey collections in the state. Well, cheers. Thank you for joining.
Thank you. To Paul and the Anderson Reserve family, a perfect example of living the American dream.
We'll see you on our next episode. And remember, make it a great day. Cheers.